Okay, here we go again. Round two.
Here we are, round two. Walking on the blankets and plastic. The gravel feels nice and loose, like it's not frozen, so that's good. We're gonna get this uncovered, get the rebar tied, get set up for pouring. Tommy and Matt just finished tying all the rebar. I cut these chairs and Jim laid them out so that as we wheel the concrete in, guys that are raking, floating, everything can put the chairs underneath the rebar to get it up. Building the tent, or not tent, ramp, so that me and Stan have a nice entrance coming in. Jim's helping us out, keeping that runway going. Just waiting on concrete now.
Okay, here we go again. Round two. It'll go much better this time. Barrels are all lined up. We got a couple comments on why we didn't use the power buggies here. It's only 3 feet wide. They will not fit in there. We can't run on the edge. It's not worth getting a pumper. The easiest thing is just to wheelbarrow it in. Gets the holiday weight off of us. Well, the second time the pour went even better. So all poured, we'll let that set a little bit. We got some cleanup. Just hit this driveway real quick. We only have one hose for winter time. So just hit the big stuff. We're gonna wash a mixer into these wheelbarrows. Everything's finished around here, but they have a little junk pile right here. We'll throw it on, spread it thin. Sometimes it's a struggle where to wash up at. Before late morning.
Well, that came together really quick. Got here, edged it, floated it, trowed it, and re-rolled the edges. And now my dad's spraying it. So once he gets it all, a nice even coat of retarder on it, we're going to go ahead and dig the concrete away from the pins. That way tomorrow, whenever we're doing cleanup, those come out real easy. Get it covered, and then tomorrow we'll be back to rewash it.
Okay, so we have 2 or 3 layers of plastic on everything, keeping the surface nice and moist so it'll come off easy tomorrow, as well as protected for tonight. Tonight we're above freezing, but not by a whole lot. It's going to be right around 35, I think I saw, for the low. So this will get real nice and warm underneath that plastic. And with a couple of layers, we could keep that heat contained. We could go with heat blankets, but it's really not necessary with a little bit milder temperatures. So that's it. Seems like we've been here before. Hopefully the last time. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We're back on this sidewalk. This is how Steve and I found it this morning. All covered up. So we're going to get it uncovered again and exposed. Stay tuned. So we have everything piled up there at the street, all the forms, plastic, pins are in the truck. Sidewalk's all cleaned up. We're gonna go ahead and do our saw cutting right now, and then we only have to clean the sidewalk one time. One thing I wanted to mention, I feel this cracked because it was frozen ground. One of the viewers pointed out, did I think it had anything to do with us pulling the pins? Possibly. Had we not pulled pins the same day, the form may have held the concrete in place, where when the ground thawed and settled, the concrete may have stayed in place. That's a big if though. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I think it was mainly frozen ground, settled, and then the sag drooped. Had it happened when we pulled the pins, there were 4 of us here covering with plastic, I feel we would have seen those cracks while we were covering. So I believe it happened after the fact, which leads me to believe that the ground settled, concrete drooped and cracked. I'd like to point out, whenever I do my saw cutting, whether it is a 3-foot wide sidewalk or a 20-foot long patio, I always cut the ends deeper and I shallow it out in the middle, staying down about 1 inch to 1.5 inches in the middle. That way when water goes in there, it won't puddle in this crack. It'll find its way to the edges. Each side I cut deeper than the middle of the concrete, so it's like a crown inside there. Water goes in, it should bleed out the edges. We don't want it pulling in there. So Steve's about ready to get started with our wand, with our, what do we call this? Scrubber. So he'll fire that up, give it a quick washing. Looks like it's going to come off real nice. Still pretty soft on top. Saw cuts are all done. I'll get some footage of this. Seems like we were just here a couple days ago.
I'm having deja vu.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, just have to throw this stuff in the truck. We are all done. This came out really nice. So we didn't just get lucky the first time. We can do it nice 2 times in a row. That's one way to look at it, right? So there it is, all done. So once this dries, it should be a pretty close match to that, but you never know. On down there. So there it is. Well, I guess bottom line is it's all done. Nobody got hurt. Customers happy. We're walking away from a job we can all be proud of. So that's what we strive for every day, and you guys out there should too. So Steve had a good suggestion. If all the viewers watch this video
10 times a day.
10 times a day for the next couple of years, maybe we'll break even. So, as always, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. See you on the next one. Tell your friends. Let's keep this channel growing.